Hi, my name is Gonzo Gonzales, and I work for PwC, or PricewaterhouseCoopers, out of the Seattle office. I'm originally from the lower Yakima Valley. I grew up working in the row crops and also the orchards. I currently reside in Granger, Washington. I really enjoy working for a large firm and then also still being involved in my community. So I first heard about WAEF through various channels. The first one was social media. I remember seeing individuals who I followed or had connected with on certain social media platforms where they were posting their awards received through WAEF, and just them describing the support that they got through WAEF, going through schools like WSU, UW, and so forth. When I interned at Sage Fruit, I was able to kind of walk through the office, and I was able to see the certificates and awards that Sage had from WAEF. I think it was really important at that time to see the involvement that they had with WAEF, and then also them give me an opportunity to intern in their accounting department, given my background as well, working in the tree fruit industry. I'm really thankful for Sage Fruit. They gave me an opportunity to get experience in accounting, given my backgrounds working in the tree fruit industry. When I applied, I had no professional or real accounting work experience, but they really acknowledged the background that I had working or understanding the tree fruit industry and the row crops, and just my eagerness. I'd really like to express my appreciation for Sage Fruit. I might not have had the accounting experience that was needed or wanted, but I did have the knowledge of the industry. And so I'm really thankful for them for not only supporting WAEF, but also supporting students with my background that did grow up working in the industry. So being involved with WAEF over the past few years, it's been really big for me, not just me personally, but also in my career. It wasn't until I joined PwC where I was able to bring PwC to be involved with WAEF, and then also for me to kind of support other students that had my similar backgrounds. When I was a youth, I was an at-risk youth. I didn't really have the support or the guidance that I really needed. I was kind of just fumbling around in life. But now I'm involved in an organization that I've always kind of dreamed about, helping out youth that come from my background, where either they've worked in the tree fruit industry or their parents come from the industry as well. At times it can be daunting to be young and having these high goals of obtaining higher education, but through WAEF, there's a lot of supportive individuals, a lot of supportive sponsors, a lot of supportive volunteers, just like myself and those other volunteers of the years that came before me. First started off volunteering with WAEF through being a room host at the WAEF scholarship luncheons, and then also presenting at the scholarship luncheons for the students. From there, I kind of continued to volunteer and then hopped onto the scholarship selection committee. I've been able to volunteer in different aspects of the organization for the past 3 years, from the scholarship selection committee, scholarship luncheons, and the WAEF golf tournaments. It's been a real joy interacting with the students. To me, it's more than just putting something on my resume or putting on my LinkedIn. Seeing the eagerness from the students to gain some knowledge or just asking questions, that's what really kind of drives me. If you've ever been to one of my my room hosting or my presentations, you'll see that I really enjoy getting the room active and participating, whether it be doing small icebreakers before our presenter starts, or even during my presentation, just focusing on them, working on their networking skills. That plays a big part. When I was notified about receiving the award for the Volunteer of the Year, I remember sitting with my team and then Jamie and Fabiola in our PwC Seattle office. It was kind of a shocker, just because that's not really what I was working towards. To me, it was just something that was kind of an indirect result, right? I just really appreciate the work that the organization does and then the WAEF team does for students to succeed and excel and just obtain the resources. For me, it's still a shocker some days, but I'm really grateful. Receiving the Volunteer of the Year award has strengthened the support that I receive from my firm to be involved. It's also a great conversation starter for me internally within the office. With PwC, our mission is to build trust in society and solve problems. So it's always a pleasure for me being involved with diversity, equity, inclusion at PwC, and then working with WAEF and just seeing students or applicants that have similar backgrounds. It's really strengthened our relationship. Actually, WAEF was awarded with a Reimagine grant from the PwC Foundation earlier this year, late last year. So that's another big area where we've been improving our relationship I'm also really excited to see WAEF applicants or WAEF award recipients applying to PwC. I know of one student who will be joining our team this fall. Over the past 2 years, I've been able to get to know her on a professional level, and I've been able to talk to her and see how excited she is about PwC's involvement with WAEF, just my knowledge of the industry as well, and just the way I've gone to a large firm, but also still been interested in the industry, just keeping up with it. The industry is very, very interesting, not just because it's not a small part of my life, right? There's a lot of memories that have kind of formed who I am now today. A lot of my hard work ethic has come from when I was a teen, when I was working in the tree fruit industry. One of my favorite aspects of volunteering with WAEF is the Scholarship Selection Committee. WAEF takes a holistic approach to reviewing the applications, and even ourselves as a Scholarship Selection Committee, we spend countless hours meeting room together and just kind of discussing who would be the most deserving, should receive this award, and represent the industry as a whole. I think that's really, really key. We're really thankful for the donors for the awards that they give. I would encourage anyone or any organization that has thought about or considered partnering with WAEF to reach out to the WAEF staff and get involved. Just find any different ways or methods to be a partner with them. My advice for the students is just apply. I think not just with the WAEF scholarship, but just with anything in life, right? Sometimes it's easy to read through requirements and just single yourself out. But don't tell yourself no before somebody else tells you no. I think when I was a youth, or when I was a young college student, I kind of did that to myself. That's why I probably did not receive a scholarship from WAEF, was I did not think I qualified, right? So I just didn't apply. WAEF is increased through participation in the community and just their outreach. So if you hear about WAEF coming to your high school, take that day, take that hour, and go, not just to listen, but be intentional with it. That one meeting and just picking up that one information can lead up to receiving a scholarship for either the next 2 years of your trade school or the next 4 years of your college career. We at PwC have enjoyed our relationship with WAEF. We look forward into continuing our relationship with WAEF and continuing our engagement within the community.